20 is the day of my ultimate betrayal. Y'all ready? He flew to Atlanta. He saw the luxury condo. He saw the weight loss, the transformation. I had my hair done, my makeup done. I was looking completely different. So we had breakfast and, we talking about our relationship. We talking about getting back together, him moving to Atlanta and we just, all that. So this is where it gets embarrassing right here. And I need y'all to really not judge me, okay? So he wanted us to get a luxury car, okay? This is why when they start speaking French, talking about we gonna do this with your resources, you need to run. But me, I loved him. I just believed that he changed and he was genuine. So he was like, yeah, let's go to this car dealership when we leave this breakfast spot so we can look at this nice car. We get to the dealership and we see our dream car. It was a Porsche Panorama, beautiful car. I end up paying for this car, okay? The bill of sale was in both of our names, but I put the title only in his name, okay? This is where it gets embarrassing. The moment he drove off from the dealership, he had an excuse that he had to go be with his kids, okay? He had 7 kids. Now, when we was together in a relationship, he didn't care too much about them kids, seeing them, be with them, but all of a sudden, now that you got this luxury car, you want to go spend 4th of July with your kids, okay? So that was another red flag. But me, I didn't fight against them. I didn't argue. I didn't want to be problematic. So I said, okay, that's fine. He gets back to his hometown. He's consistent. He's communicating. We're talking on the phone. Everything's going good. So one day I was laying in bed and something said, type his name in on the search bar on social media. When I did that, it was a girl in my Porsche talking about, look what her man bought her. It was all in the picture. They was smiling like they was a happy couple with the car that I paid for with my own money. I inboxed her. I'm freaking out because I'm like, girl, that's my car. I sent her screenshots, pictures of him laying on my couch in Atlanta. I sent her pictures of us in the car together. Like, look, we just bought the car. We took a selfie together. Like, I sent her everything. Baby, she was not trying to hear that. This is my man, and he got me this car, and I don't care what you sent me. If you want the car so bad, come get it. Man, she was riding for him. And what did I do? I end up going down there, trying to get the car. It turned into a fight. The police was called. He said I was stalking him. I was just this crazy ex. I was a liar and all this stuff. But then when I showed the police the bill of sale that we both, because the title was in his name, but the bill of sale was in both of our names, and I showed them the transactions, then they knew, like, okay, so this ain't no crazy woman. Like, you really did steal her car. You really did. I showed them pictures of us sitting in the car together. Like, I was really trying to paint the picture to the police officer. And that's why I did not end up going to jail, because police said that this is a civil matter. They cannot make him give me my keys back, and they were powerless. The only job a police officer is supposed to do is to stop an act of crime, right? And they're saying you're on his property, you're being vicious, you're fighting, so we're not going to arrest you for doing this. We're just telling you to leave the premises. So the police was actually trying to be nice to me. Just leave. We know he wrong, but this is a civil matter. Just leave. Remember, the title was in his name. So legally, the police officer looking at it as, okay, I know you paid for it, but you put the title in his name. So he technically didn't steal the car. This is a civil matter. So now I'm heartbroken and I'm publicly embarrassed because this man just interrupted my healing process. I wasn't even thinking about him when I moved to Atlanta, okay? And not only did I have to come to the realization that he never loved me. He already was in a relationship, but he robbed me. So now my money funny again, okay? Now my bank account is worse off than it was if I would have just never responded to him when he reached out. This is the part that kind of shook my faith a little bit. So before he had came to Atlanta, I was looking all on his social media. There was no trace of a female. I'm talking about not in his comment sections. Like, I couldn't see her nowhere near. But the moment I got robbed, right? The moment all this unfolded, they all on social media bragging how their relationship goes was so broken. I would sleep in my closet on the floor in total darkness. I never knew a pain like that before. Like that level of betrayal. It's just something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. And I didn't want to be here anymore. And I lost my confidence. And I remember I had got COVID. So much bad began to happen to me, the residue. I remember when I caught COVID because I couldn't taste or smell. And I said, Lord, just take me right here. There's nothing to live for anymore. The narcissist came to finish me off. And that's why you don't let them back in your life. You go no contact and you never look back. Because he wanted to humble me and break my spirit. This is why you're not supposed to feel special when your ex try to spin the block. Because he may be coming back to try to humble you and hurt you. I was ambitious. I was different. I was beautiful. And he wanted to show me that I was nothing. That's what he wanted me to believe. And for a moment, I began to believe that. And I didn't want to be here anymore. Y'all ready to hear how God showed up and showed out? 1 year later, after that entire situation, I was a documented millionaire. Paid $700,000 for my house cash. I don't owe nobody nothing. Y'all see this Rolls Royce I drive? I paid for it cash. I don't have no car note. Oh yeah, you stole a Porsche from me, but God gave me a Rolls Royce. You know what? His girlfriend, she ended up contacting me and telling me that he abuses her, he cheats on her, and he stalks my social media and preys on my downfall. I never check for him. I never look for him. Listen, I know people get excited about me being a millionaire.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there, guys, so that I can speak my piece and give my reaction to this lady's story. And I'm going to try not to be too emotional, and I'm sorry for my outburst, but this is my second time listening to this. And my friend, one of my support systems that supported me through my breakup that I went through at this very moment last year, just sent me this. Literally just sent me this. And I was like, I have to come on and share this, a segment of this lady's testimony. And I have to react on the podcast for this right now in this very moment so that I can be feeling these emotions and I can be in the moment when I witness this lady's testimony. And I'm sharing this with you guys because I know a few of my subscribers have been with me since last year, and they witnessed, how traumatized and depressed and everything I was when I went through this breakup of being with my ex for 8 years and everything. I'm pretty sure I still got some videos down the way if you scroll long enough explaining my experience through this breakup while living with my ex, while we were exes and trying to separate and everything. But my friend, which knows my whole story with what happened through my breakup, who I confided in, who encouraged me, who uplifted me, she used to tell me I was worthy and I deserved better. She just sent me this because she knows my story. And for this young lady here to share her story and say that, I don't even know where to start because I'm trying to keep it short. But I resonate with her story so much because all the way to the beginning of her, when she started speaking with saying, don't let your ex, don't feel special when your ex want to spin the block. And when they want to come back in your life, when they see you doing good, you need to look at it as they might be coming back. The enemy might be using them as a vessel to come back in your life and come back in your life to hurt you and kill your spirit and make you feel less than and non-worthy and make you feel like that you're not worth nothing. The same exact way that this lady here felt was the same exact way that I felt. And she explained it perfectly. And if you got to go back and listen to it at the beginning to hear exactly what she said, do it. Because that is where I was. All the way down to sleeping and screaming in my closet. Balled up. Not eating. Drinking my life away. Drinking on an empty stomach. While I'm sitting there trying to work at home. Sleeping, like not sleeping. Laying in my closet with the light off, in the dark, balled up, stomach aching, screaming sporadically, like broken, like shaking in my bones, hurt from the bottom of my soul, hurt to have witnessed the type of betrayal that my ex did to me. Everything that this young lady said, all the way down to I didn't get to the stage where I went and got a car. But right before me and my ex broke up, if you remember the lady saying that she went and bought a Porsche, put the title in his name, she say him and her name was on the bill of sale, but the title was in his name. Me and my ex was just having conversations in like the same week that she broke up with me was because I didn't want to get the car with her. She let that be the reason why she was going to leave me where I was at and go ahead and break up with me because I didn't want to get the car. We had been without a car for 2-3 months, y'all. I was up and down on jobs, switching jobs, trying to get the right career and the right job. She had switched jobs as well. Her car broke down. She gave it back. We was using just my car that I had was a bucket. I had paid cash for it and wanted to fix it up. And it turned out to be that it was going to cost me too much to do the maintenance to where I wouldn't have even been able to get to the cosmetics. And I would have been spending way more between maintenance and cosmetics on what I even paid for the car. So it just wasn't even worth me keeping. We went through some ups and downs with transportation. She had started having to catch Ubers back and forth to work, spending like $800 on Uber. Thank God I was working from home, so I didn't have to do that. And we was just in a rough space. My kids was acting up. My youngest child was getting in trouble in school. She was stealing our stuff in the house. She was stealing my ex money and change. She was stealing stuff from me and my daughter. She was fighting on me, fighting her sister every time we tried to reprimand her for going into our stuff. Then I started going through stuff during my breakup. All this is happening during my breakup. So I'm dealing with a breakup, trying to live with my ex while we're broken up, while watching her go and spend time with another woman and take another woman and her kids out on adventures, come back and sleep in my bed peacefully while I'm up at work during the day. She work overnight, come back and sleep in my bed without a care in the world because that demon knew that they was tearing me apart. So she could come in my house and sleep peacefully. Had been laid up all weekend with the girl, gone all weekend on her off days. Come sleep in my bed peacefully while I'm at work. And then had a nerve to tell me, you don't have to sleep on the couch. I don't mind sleeping in the bed with you. And I'm like, I bet you don't. Of course you don't mind sleeping in the bed with me because you're at peace. Like you are literally at peace by knowing that you are breaking me down in this household. So when I tell y'all that I resonate with this woman so much, all the way down to thank God I did not get to the car part because we almost did. But I thank God for the strength that he gave me for me to say no. I told her, what kind of fool would I be to purchase a car with you and share a car note with you knowing that we are already having discussions about not being together in the same week. So her rebuttal to me was, I'm not saying we breaking up right now. And I don't see why we can't get a car together right now, because really it's just business. Unless you gonna get in your feelings if we break up. And when I told somebody that, they was like, why in the hell would you not get in your feelings? Like, and why, furthermore, why would you purchase an asset like a vehicle with somebody that is already on the fence with you and already in their mind before they even tell you that they got one foot in and one foot out? She couldn't handle the trouble that my kids was getting into. She didn't want to deal with what I had to deal with my children transitioning from babies to adolescents to teenagers to young adults. She didn't want to deal with none of that because she's 7 years younger than me. She said she ain't have to deal with all that. And she can go and be with another woman with kids because everybody kids ain't bad like mine. Everybody kids ain't putting them through what my kids put me through. When I tell you that woman verbally and mentally abused me the whole time I tried to live with her as a roommate because the lease wasn't up yet. When my friend just sent me this, I couldn't do nothing but cry out to God. Because like I have said in other videos, it has been only a year. Right now, this very month, with my birthday being 2 weeks from now, December 22nd, I was literally going through my breakup, living with my ex right now, all the way past New Year's. We were still living together. She would go say she driving Uber, go drive Uber, go get an Airbnb and stay with the girl at the Airbnb, go take the girl out to eat, come back before she had to go to work the next night, get in my bed, go to sleep peacefully, knowing she had been laid up and doing God only knows what, and come and get in my bed, y'all. I have never in my entire life on this earth been so broken. Because where I messed up at is that I should not have agreed to live with her when we broke up, and when we knew it was a breakup. We should have separated places. I should not let a lease and not wanting to pay the rent by myself keep me in mental turmoil. And like my whole support system used to tell me, Clarissa, you are not going to be able to fully heal until she is out of your house. You will not be able to fully get to the next stage until you can no longer see and allow her to put what she's putting in your face. So to hear this young lady's story, I thank you, Lord. I thank you, Lord, for not allowing me to get that vehicle with her. Because 9 times out of 10, she was going to want that vehicle to be half in my name, in both of our names. And then knowing that she was already 1 foot in and 1 foot out and really didn't want to be with me anyway and was tired of my kids getting in trouble and stuff. Look where we would have been with a vehicle. That would have been a whole nother beast to fight. On top of trying to get my kids in alignment, trying to go through a breakup and get her out my house so I can get to my next healing journey. And I'm finna close with this. Look at me now. Just like how this young lady said, a year later. I'm a year later and I'm thriving. I'm blessed. I'm highly favored. I may not be no millionaire like she says she is. And I may not have a foreign luxury car like she do, like God gave her back. But I am manifesting, and God is giving me back everything that my ex took from me and more. And I have a car. It may not be a Rolls Royce, but it is a up-to-date 2021 car that is reliable. It's not no bucket. It may not be paid for, but God has blessed me with the income to make sure my car note is paid. Thank you, Lord. God has made sure that I got the income to make sure my insurance is paid. Thank you, Lord. God has made sure I got double the income. Where my ex told me I wasn't going to be nothing, I wasn't going to have nothing. The girl she was fooling with was making more money than me and her. Now I'm making double. She said her girlfriend was making $28 an hour. Now I'm making double. God is giving me, God has restored me. God has been my strength. God has healed me. And the only reason why I'm emotional right now is because for somebody to be as broken as I was only 12 months ago. Only 12 months ago. My wound is not all the way healed. And just to keep it a whole 100 with y'all, my wound probably would never be 100% healed. Because when you get broken and betrayed, like somebody betray you, like how this man did this woman and took her car that she paid for and went and gave it to another woman and surprised her with it. And when you have went through betrayal, like somebody that I was with for 8 years, came back in my life, yes, the same situation with this woman saying that he was an ex and spent the block. That was my situation. We had been broke up for 2 years because she couldn't handle me being friends with an ex. Broke up with me for 2 years, moved 15 minutes away. End up talking to other people and all that, and that broke me then. I had suicidal thoughts and everything, even with the first breakup. And I turned around and started getting healthy. I started focusing more on my fitness journey and went through a process to lose weight. And she was there for me through my weight loss. I had went and moved and got me and my kids a 3-bedroom brick home. I was driving an all-black 2016 Dodge Challenger. So she looking at everything that I had been blessed with when she left me the first time, and I had to heal, and God had to pick me up and restore me the first time she broke me. And me being a fool, and just like this lady didn't mind putting her business out and sharing her testimony and looking like a fool to the nations, to the public, I'm doing the same thing. I did that. But just like she said, let our stories be a testimony. Let our stories be a beacon of light for anybody out there to show you if you get a chance to spin the block with your ex, do not feel special because you don't know if they are coming back to kill, steal, and destroy you. And if they not trying to kill you physically, baby, they might just be trying to kill you spiritually. Do not do it. This is a sign. This is a warning. Do not do it. Some of us don't overcome suicidal thoughts. Some of us sit there. Some people are dead right now. Some people have died. Some people have shot themselves. Some people have shot their ex and killed themselves just by being broken and betrayed. Some of us are not as strong enough to overcome what the enemy brings to kill us. So I'm crying out to y'all right now. Do not go back. Save your life. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm happy. I'm blessed. God is restoring me every day. I'm evolving. Every day I'm becoming a new person. I'm going down the right path, and God has let me know that. If you listen to my first episode on the podcast, you will know how I know that I'm on the right path now. But I had to come and share this lady's story with you. And I had to come and share my story with you. Because this is real life. This is reality. And this is for us on the Grown and Awakened podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Let those lights shine bright. because we all are jewels in God's eyesight. Bye, Jules. Okay, Jules, before I let you guys go, I just want to let you know that I am going to be getting a P.O. box. I want to support all my small business entrepreneurs. I'm going to get a P.O. box, and the P.O. box will be listed in the description box. I want you guys to start sending me your items. It doesn't matter what you sell: hair, nails, clothes, dog products, baby products. It doesn't matter. Even if I can't use it, I'm going to promote it. If you don't have anything to send, or if you email me at my email that is listed in my description box and it's something that I don't think I will be able to use, then just send me an email with a list of your products or something that I can read off to the people. You don't have to send anything tangible unless we come to an agreement that is actually something that I can put to use or use around my house, or I want to be able to put it to use. So if it's not, I'm still going to support you. Just give me something that I can read off as a marketing tool, and I want to promote you guys for free. Otherwise, I will have a P.O. box that you guys can send me items to. I want to support small businesses, kids, adults. It does not matter. I'm going to support you, and that is my way of giving back to you guys for listening to my podcast, engaging and supporting me on my podcast. So stay tuned for the P.O. box. I will let you guys know on my community post and on another episode when the P.O. box will be down in the description box. And I appreciate you guys. Now I'm going to let you go for real.